Hi everyone, yasas que kalosir feta to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. We cannot get enough of feta around here. I know I love it. I read the comments and I know that you guys love it too. So I'm going to be teaching you how to make Bouyourdi, which is a Greek feta and cheese dip, which is a Greek cheesy baked feta dip. It comes together in just minutes and then you just pop it in the oven and bake it until it's ooey and gooey and moist, and it just goes well with everything. Let's get started. Okay, so we're going to begin with thinly slicing 2 tomatoes. You can use Roma tomatoes for this, or these kind of tomatoes that I have over here. Just slice them thinly and set them aside. And then I'll be baking everything in this 8 by 8 inch ceramic baking dish. Now we'll drizzle a little bit of olive oil on the bottom, add half of the tomato slices over the olive oil. Then we're gonna crumble feta cheese. I'm using 1 pound of sheep's milk feta because this is the creamiest, tastiest feta out there. You always want to buy it in block form. It's sold in brine, and then you can just crumble it yourself. So crumble a pound of feta over the tomatoes. Next, we're going to sprinkle lots of dried oregano on top. Then I have shredded gouda cheese here. I just find it already shredded in the store, but you can buy a block of gouda and grate it on a box grater. We're going to take half of it. It's 8 ounces of Gouda cheese, or 226 grams. We're going to take half of the Gouda cheese and sprinkle it on top of the feta. And then you're going to need 2 roasted red peppers straight from the jar. If you like to roast your own red peppers, you could do that, but this just makes it so much easier. I should have chopped them up, but I'm just going to break them up with my fingers and put them over the Gouda cheese. Then that remaining Gouda cheese that we have left over, we'll sprinkle that over the roasted red peppers. Top it with the remaining tomato slices. I'll drizzle a little bit of olive oil over the tomatoes so that way they get nice and golden in the oven. I'm also going to season them very lightly with a little bit of salt, and then we'll add more oregano on top of everything. And I also like to add some crushed red pepper flakes for a little kick of heat. And then these 2 pepperoncini peppers, they're going to add a brininess and lots of flavor. They're just going to go on top. You can slice them up and just mix them with the cheese. That would be fine too. Cover the tray with foil, and the oven is already preheated to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. This is going to bake on the top rack. You could also bake it on the middle rack if you want, but after 20 minutes, remove the foil, turn the broiler element on. Make sure you're using a dish that's safe to use under the broiler. Glass would not work for this. Stainless steel would work for it, and a cast iron pan would also work. So take that foil off and let the broiler cook it for about 5 minutes or so. Keep an eye on it. You want the cheese to be completely melted and get nice and golden, and you want the tomatoes to also get some nice color on them. Once it's ready, take it out of the oven and just let it sit for a few minutes. Toast up some bread, and it's time to serve. Oh my goodness, it smells so good. It almost looks like a deconstructed pizza, especially if you're serving it with toasted pita bread. You can make little pizza bites. So good. If you're not a fan of tomatoes, you can definitely leave them out and do layers of bell peppers instead. So just fresh, thinly sliced bell peppers on the bottom and on the top will just still keep it just as delicious. All the combinations of cheese and the herbs, I'm literally drooling. It's so good. And serve this hot. This is best served hot so the cheese is just ooey and gooey and melted. Mine cooled down just a little bit. But let me just dig into this and take a little bite of everything. Oh my God. This tastes like the pizza that I eat in Crete. So my family's from the island of Crete, and I visit there as often as I can in the summertime. And they put Gouda cheese with mozzarella on the pizza. That's the only place I've ever had it like that. And this just brings me back there and just gives me so much comfort. So good. All the combinations of flavors are absolutely amazing. Just make sure you use the highest quality ingredients that you can find. Make sure everything is fresh and delicious because there's just a few in here, a few ingredients, and that's how you're going to make sure that everything has maximum flavor. You could serve this with toasted pita bread, veggies. You can even put this in sandwiches. It's so good. I think you guys are going to love it. You can head on over to the website to print this recipe out, dimitrasdishes.com. Make it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'll see you all next time. Yasas.